What up, YouTube? It's your boy Danny Llanos making an even grander return. Thanks for the applause. So, channel-wise, the channel's been pretty dry for your boy because assignments this week have been pretty wild, but those are just excuses. So, the videos that I have in the chamber, hopefully, no, definitely, they're gonna drop today or tomorrow. I will be motivated to do this. So yeah, the videos in the chamber are gonna drop, and the one that I'm recording right now is going to drop. So with that out of the way, I'm going to review the latest album dropped by an artist named by the name of Quelle. Quelle, I believe, was born in New York, but he's from Detroit, I think. He is a rapper, well, hip hop artist, producer, that sort of thing. So I don't really know much about him, and now I do. Guys, when I say that I recommend this album, I will recommend this album. Quelle Guns. Oh my gosh. This is a great album. From a thematic standpoint, talking about guns, talking about certain situations, the political, I guess it touches upon like the politics around it, stuff like that. One song specifically that I found very impactful was like, it was called Sunday Mass, where I think Bilal Salam, like the vocalist in that song, who was featured, they just have like a remembrance for all the people that were shot throughout the years. I remember the San Bernardino one, the Pulse nightclub one. He mentioned those, so I was like, damn, thematically this album's great. It follows through talking about it, certain situations, about how people are like faking it now in this generation of like hip hop culture, and that if you're not about it, then you shouldn't rep it. They're just fakers. Well, it's not really my like cup of tea. If you live in that lifestyle, that's all you. So with that out of the way, so thematically, the album was great. But what else? Lyrically, oh my gosh, so many bars. If you're into wordplay, double entendres, you'll like this album. Quelle, he delivered with the wordplay. Not only that, I feel like the features were great too. I gotta give a shout out to all the people on here. Off the top of my head, I probably get his name wrong. Dominic Vesey, you had a great feature. Cavalier had a great feature. Ugly Boy Modeling had a great feature. Tommy Heck or Tommy Mac had a great feature. Vocalist on this album, Bilal Salam, had a great features. I liked his voice. His wife Jean Grey was cool, but I felt like it was a little short because she was only part of the bridge. So I mean, it could have been without it, but I thought it was a really cool song. I mean, like, for the song that she was on, a song about being together with somebody, I understand why she was like on that song, because they've been together since forever when I looked it up. What else? Production I thought was decent. I mean, Quelle didn't have to go crazy on production, because I feel like the strength of this album is like the theme of talking about guns and stuff like that, and the lyrics, just so you can really pay attention to it. Although I will say there was some pretty good production. I thought Obamacare production was good. Ah, man, I think I liked Straight Shot. That production on that song, I feel like it was a bunch of just overall, there are a bunch of boom bap beats that like transition into like piano solos, and I felt those were just like great. Length of the album, it did not drag, although like the lyrical songs are very long. I feel like this album is still paced very well. It's only 13 tracks long. The the ode to all the shootings is only 51 seconds. The intro is really short. And then there's like a transitional type song. I think it's like Color of the Day, which is only like 25 seconds as well. So technically there's like 10 like songs that are like actual song lengths. But besides that, I feel like it flowed great. Lyrics was good. The theme was good. His subject matter is good. Wordplay, I've already mentioned all that. Overall, I really enjoyed this album. His closing track, Will You Remember Me, is like, it was a cool outro track because I had no idea who this guy was. And after what I listened to, I'll be on the lookout for whatever he drops next. So, yeah, I really enjoyed this album. Overall, 13 tracks long, there wasn't a lot to like not like from this album. Everything is like good. I would say from a personal standpoint, I don't like the the love song with his wife, but that's just personal taste. And you can't really judge the Color of the Day because that's just like a skit that transitions into the next song. So overall, 13 tracks, 12 out of 13, and that's just me being picky. Man, this is it's a great album to listen to. I would say the only problem with this album, and it's just another stick for me, is like replay value. I feel like a sign of a great album is if you always go back to it, or if you always find yourself like listening to the project. So replay value wise, I feel like unless you're really into like lyrics and stuff like that, you wouldn't go out of your way to like bump this in the car or stuff like that. I feel like this kind of album, you just have to like sit down, relax, like reflect on stuff and be like reflective to listen to this album. Be in like a space of like quietness, and you just like be carried away with all the lyrics and like thinking about guns and gun control and the like. What else? Yeah, the only thing this album suffers from is like replay value. Besides that, I feel like it's a great album. If I had to give a rating for this album, it'd probably be like a 9 or a 9.5 out of 10. So, Quelle, remember his name, guys. Definitely recommend this album. I know we're just like a fourth of the way into this year, but in terms of hip hop, I feel like this is like the hip hop album of the year so far. But I'll make sure to document this because I feel like this is the type of project where it'll get lost by the end of the year. That's it for me, man. It's your boy Daniel Llanos. Give me your thoughts under the comment section down below. Did you like it? What didn't you like about this album? What do you like best about this album? What are some other projects by Quelle you'd recommend for me? Because I only found out about this artist just recently and I decided to listen to this project. So that's it for me, man. Again, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll make sure to drop these videos tonight. See you guys.